I promised you guys that we would be watching Dio the Generational Hater by CJ.Champ, and that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Take a step, I dare you. So he tries to—
This is the biggest flex Dio's done. He starts off with Dio's biggest flex. The fact that every time Polnareff takes a step up, he stops time. He walks down the stairs. He picks him up. He moves him down a step. He goes back upstairs. He unfreezes time. And he's like, what? How did I not move? He's just toying with him. This is literally his biggest flex. And you're starting off with that? Damn, son.
to climb it, but he keeps on climbing the same stair over and over and over again. Dio's like, wow, what's wrong? You on 400 ping or something? You know what? While you struggle with your lag spikes, I'm gonna sit in this chair that's conveniently here right over this staircase. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to return to the round table of Black Air Force activity. And our greatest challenger yet has finally approached, to be judged and to take his rightful seat at this sacred table of menaces. And it is none other than the greatest hater in anime history, Dio.
He's a hater.
The king of hating ass.
I love him.
The pettiest of the petty.
He's beautifully
Probably
petty.
one of the greatest ops of all time.
He is.
This man is truly Black Air Force incarnate.
Absolutely.
So, bro, I ain't even gonna waste no time with this one. So y'all already know we got the evidence on deck. And it is finally time to observe the generational hater. So without further ado,
It's so funny how he is more important to the story than all of the main characters. It's like normally you have the main character and all the villains he fights throughout his story. No. This story is about Dio, this epic generational hater, as he put it, and all the times the good guys try to stop him. If you think about it, it's the ultimate twist on like what you'd expect for a story. It's like, bro, please, Naruto. All right, so he fights Sasuke, he fights Pain, he fights Obito, right? He goes through the story fighting different people. Nah, son. JoJo's is like, no, Dio's way too cool. We're not doing a hero and all the villains he fights. No. This is about the villain and all the heroes that try to stop him.
Exhibit A. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Exhibit A.
Want to know the biggest twist in anime? The biggest twist is that they call it JoJo's Bizarre Adventure when really it's Dio's Bizarre Adventure.
Dio Brando. So to understand why this man has the most out-of-pocket hatred, we gotta go all the way back to 1880.
Bro,
so Dio started off in
man.
the trenches. Man was playing chess for money, getting beat up in the bar, and living in this old-ass shack, so bro hella down bad.
The funny thing is, like, as you go through most villains that have been, like, let's say, evil for forever, it's like, I have been evil for the last 1,000 years! Okay, sure. No. We see Dio being evil for hundreds of years. This man is a madness.
So his dad is dying, right? So he tells him,
Look how he stands. God damn, he's constantly thrusting. It's amazing.
Alright, listen here, boy. When I die, take this letter to the Joestar family. Now, you see, them niggas owe me a debt. I'll tell you, they some rich-ass motherfuckers, too. So you know what to do. Rob them niggas. Take every last cent. Make Pappy proud. So he dies, so Dio's at the cemetery, and he's like, about damn time your old ass died. I ain't gonna lie, I hated you. You drove mama to die. You was a piece of shit. So you can eat a dick on nigga. Pussy. So later on,
True story, because when people die, they fart. As they say in Game of Thrones, they don't tell you that when they die, they fart. It's like, imagine going out of your way to die an admirable death, and then you fart. It just ruins the entire moment.
Dio pulls up to the Joestar mansion. So Jonathan's like, hi, my name's Jonathan. This is my dog, Danny. So Dio's like, that's your dog? Yeah.
Got some Plants vs. Zombies music?
Yeah, isn't he great? Shit, nigga, fuck your dog.
Yeah!
Oh my God, bro, somebody call Peter. This nigga just told me the dog. Bro ain't even been here for a minute and he already starting shit. Look at him, bro. He already ready to scrap. So the dad come out and he like, yo, what are y'all doing? And Dio's like, oh, I am terribly sorry. That filthy animal was in my personal space. So George tells Jonathan, all right, listen, Dio's gonna be living here from now on. So Jonathan goes over to touch his bag, but Dio grabs his hand and elbows him in the chest. So he comes down and he's like,
To be fair, Jonathan is a posh rich boy. A posh, rich, British boy, okay? He's a posh, rich, British boy. I'd elbow him in the chest. Listen, I am against discrimination, okay? But I discriminate against rich, posh English boys.
Listen, little nigga, this is my house now. I run this bitch, so I want to hear shit from your little spoiled ass. I'm about to make your life hell. So as time goes on, as they...
That was a joke, by the way. Just need to clarify. That was obviously it. All right. You know what, Twitter? Go for it. Cancel me for it. Whatever.
Start living together. Jonathan's having this boxing match. So the ref's like, hey, just to let you know, your opponent got changed.
Huh?
Yeah, you gonna be fighting him.
Oh my God.
Round 1. Fight!
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, he can't even hit him. And a beautiful body shot landed by Dio. And a beautiful right straight to the jaw.
Dude, Dio's a mad lad. This doesn't make him a hater. Yeah, he beat him in a boxing match. All right, whatever. And it wasn't scripted, unlike Logan Paul versus KSI.
Oh my God, yo, this man just watched him in front of his hometown. So after Dio humiliated Jonathan.
Dude, it was honorable, okay? It was a normal, okay, he humiliated him because he battled him, bro. I don't understand. You challenge someone to a fight, he's supposed to hold back?
Jonathan started talking to you, Arena and everything.
I'm a Dio supporter, okay? Dio's the generational hater, but I am a generational Dio supporter.
So this man Dio decided to do the pettiest.
Yes.
He pulls up on her
Bro,
and says, hey,
yes.
You JoJo girl, he been looking a little happy lately, and I don't like that a bit. Oh my gosh, bro, this man is so petty. And he says, oh, you thought your first kiss was gonna be with JoJo? Nah, it was with me, nigga. So,
see, normally, like, let's be real here. If you're gonna write a villain, does he kill the hero's girlfriend? No, he doesn't. Does he maim her? No. He sexually assaults her a little bit, and obviously that's wrong, and that's horrible, and he should be imprisoned and stuff, but, this is Andrew Tate wishes he would be Dio.
Later on, Jonathan ends up running up on Dio, and bro's like, how dare you raise your voice at me? You should learn some respect. So he elbows him in the nose, and bro's like, stupid little nigga, you just mad cause I raised up your girl real good. But then Jonathan just started laying the hands on him, hit this man with the Dempsey roll. So Dio's like, how dare you lay your hands on my beautiful face? Swear to God, I'm gonna shake your ass. But then George ends up stopping him.
Based Dio. You see, man, it's not about fighting honorably. It's about fighting to win. All right? Honor and history is told by the victor. Okay? And if he wins, then he's right. That's just how history works.
So Dio's like, don't think you're getting away with this. I don't take L's. So later on, the butler is walking outside, and he's at the furnace, and he sees this box.
Oh, God, bro.
So he's like,
oh, God, bro, box? This is so dark.
So he lights the furnace,
no,
but
bro.
then something start banging. So then later on in the day, they having a funeral, because the dog was in the furnace.
Bro!
Oh, my God, bro.
Absolute mad lad.
Put the dog in
Absolute
the
monster.
Oh, my God. So a couple of years pass, and they end up becoming friends.
Everyone in chat saying, yep, he killed the dog. He didn't kill the dog. The guy who lit the furnace killed the dog. All he did was take the dog that was invading his personal space and put it in a box.
Well, not really, because this man Dio is fake as hell. So George Joestar has gotten sick, and he has a very bad cough. So the thing is, Dio has been giving this man medicine the whole time. But not his real medicine. This man has been poisoning him the entire time. So, and then Jonathan figured out.
We already established he's rich, British, and posh. Like, come on.
Wait a minute. Didn't your dad have the same symptoms too? Oh my God, you killed your father.
I love how it took so long for the actual show to reveal this. Like, he knew that he knew that the Joestars were in debt for his dad, so he killed him, bro. What an absolute monster.
So then Dio's like, are you trying to prick me right now? So he ends up swinging on Jonathan, but Jonathan just ate that John. Boy was like, bro, you best get to stepping out of my house. So he ends up throwing him off the balcony. So Jonathan's like, you a fake ass nigga, and I'm calling the cops.
You need to leave.
So Dio ends up dipping, but he takes the stone mask. So later on, he out here drunk as hell. So he ends up running into these two dudes. So bro smacks him in the jaw. And he's like, this is a perfect time. Time to test out this stone mask. So he puts it on this dude and runs him into the other dude so it stabs him. So then the mask activates with the blood. And he done turned this man into a whole vampire. So the dude starts to choke him out, but that top of the morning end up getting his ass. So after this, Dio pulls back up to the house.
Morning came the second he was in trouble. You know what that means? That means that God is on Dio's side. But he has plot armor. Of course he has plot armor. He's the protagonist. The protagonist of the show gets plot armor, obviously.
So Jonathan runs up on him. He was like, yeah, I done figured out you've been poisoning my dad. So Dio's trying to plead his case. Then Speedwagon in the corner like, I don't trust.
Pronounce it correctly. It's Speedwagon.
That nigga with his old capping ass. And then George is behind the curtains. So Dio's like, well, I ain't got none to lose now. Bring me that ass. So he ends up stabbing George. And he's like, yes, it's Morbin Tom. So they end up shooting him and Dio ends up going out the window. So about a minute later, while everybody thinking he dead.
Because they shot him.
Why is his body gone? He rips this man's head clean off.
Yes, sir.
And now he's a whole ass vampire.
Oh my God, absolute madland.
So bro just started bodying everybody in the house. So then he goes over to fight Jonathan, but he ends up burning him. But obviously, that ain't do nothing. He just shrugged it off. And yo, look at this man walking up the wall like a Louis Vuitton model. What the f?
Bruh.
Nigga said, Kim Kane got shit on me.
Dude,
look at Jonathan. He's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's what he should say.
It's too strong.
It was just sexiness.
So mans had to tackle him all the way from the roof and impale this man on a spear. So he could finally burn the ash, but obviously that's not gonna work.
No, sir.
So after this,
Not
Dio
even
does a bunch
close.
of shenanigans. First off, this man turned Jack the Ripper into a vampire. So then he goes over and takes over this entire village.
Yep,
turned
makes sense.
basically almost everybody into zombies.
Yep.
Kidnapped this little boy's sister.
Yep.
Stepped on this dog. What the f is that, bro? Like, honest to God. And then, oh boy, this is probably the worst thing this man ever did. So he got this lady and her baby up here. So she's like, please just spare my child. And Dio's like, bitch, please, who you think I is, your baby daddy? I ain't got time to take care of your damn kid. So he turns her into a zombie.
You're ready?
And makes her eat
Dog!
her baby.
What a monster! Oh my God, dude, this is like King Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Take goddamn notes. Now this is a horrifying ruler. If Dio would be in Game of Thrones, he would rule Westeros and he would do it right.
This is probably the first time I've ever done this, but I don't care. Go ahead and sit down, bro. I'm done. This is the most demonic shit I have ever seen.
Dude, he's a monster.
Besides when Boo faded niggas in heaven, this is right behind it. What the actual Nah, bro, we ain't even done with Exhibit A, and I just had to go ahead and sit the mans, bro. I had to give this man a fast pass. He skipped the line. Bro said, yeah, I'll spare him, all right. So after a bunch of traumatic-ass events, Jonathan finally pulls up on Dio, so he's like, wow, congratulations, you beat all of my sub-bosses. Tell me real quick, how's that Zeppeli pack hitting?
Yeah, baby!
So then they're about to scrap, but DIO comes in and he's like, no, this is my fight. So he jumps up to kick him, but Dio grabs.
No one has ever been. He didn't jump up to kick him. He was gonna do the Thunder Cross Split attack, which never misses.
Grabs both of his legs.
And this is how you know Dio is amazing, because the attack that never misses missed against Dio. Dio can straight up destroy the statements and power scaling arguments in the story itself. That is why Dio is a legend.
It makes him do the splits. Then he freezes his entire body. Then he says, you know, men shouldn't do the splits, right? Because that's how you break your balls. Yo, bro, shattered this man's body.
Shattered
so
him.
Then Jonathan comes in and slices him in half with his sword. But Dio's like, you really thought that bullshit was gonna work?
Yeah, I love this
Say
bit.
psych right now. Let me tell you something right now. Yo, hormone training is ass. You are ass. So then Dio jumps at him, but Jonathan hits him with this 1080 fucking punch. So Dio's like, impossible!
Got you, bury the platypus!
So some time passes. So Jonathan and Arena end up getting married. So while they are on their honeymoon,
Yeah, man.
Jonathan ends up seeing one of Dio's assistants. So he runs after him and they end up going to this casket. So bro opens the casket and he pulls Dio's head out of the casket. Then Dio says, "Happy honeymoon, nigga." Hey, first off, I just want to give my congratulations, even though I did steal your girl's first kiss. Congratulations, my bad I couldn't make the wedding, bro. I knew I would have been your best man, right? Tell me something real quick. How my lips taste? So bro laser beams this man, turns everybody on this ship into zombies.
That's my boy.
And ends up jacking this man's body. And he rested at the bottom of the ocean for years. 1889 to 1983.
That's right,
So
my
yeah,
boy.
that was Exhibit A, and it's finally time to move on to Exhibit B.
Oh my
All
God.
right, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you
Dude.
Exhibit
You think that he's a hater? He's a mad lad from part 1? Bro, part 3.
B, Dio. So after Dio came out of his casket in 1983, this is when he took stuff to the next level. Bro was on his Kanye arc.
Dude, he used Jonathan's body to have sex and to make children. He's made children that carry the Joestar blood.
Nigga dropped off his last name and said, "You will know me as capital D, capital I, capital O." Mans was going around beating cheeks, beat some cheeks, made Giorno, beat some more cheeks, had 3 other ugly ass kids with Jonathan's body, and he would just drink their blood after he finished beating their cheeks. Then he ended up meeting Poochie, his hating ass successor, passed down his hating ass ideology to this nigga, got his stand from Enya the Hag's ugly ass. And yo, this man was just so mysterious at the beginning of Stardust Crusaders. You ain't even see his face till like 45 episodes later. Everybody just had stories of meeting him.
Dude, can you imagine the build-up? First of all, he's a character that you already know from part 1. And they managed to take a character that you knew already and made him a mysterious character that's being built up for 45 episodes. How terrifying is that?
Like, yeah, I saw that nigga.
This man breaks everything. The build-up was so good. Dude, it's insane to think that you could take a character that we already know, but you could still build him up as like this mysterious final villain. That's insane.
I was walking up the stairs.
God
right
damn,
there,
I love this man.
Big motherfucker. He was licking his lips and shit. But I was like, hell no, I ain't into that freaky shit, you feel me? So I jumped out the window and I hit the dash, bro. I was stepping. Then they ran into Polnareff. Polnareff was like, yeah, I remember that nigga. Yo, he brainwashed me and shit. Mans took me into this room and he had the gypsy ball and shit. Nigga was like, I can tell your future. And he brainwashed this man Kakyoin too. But nah, it's what he did to Whole Horse. While Dio was reading a book, this man really tried to pull a gun on him. Then when he's about to shoot him, Dio's like, are you positive you want to pull that trigger? Then bro teleports right behind him. And he was like, ooh la la, I liked how you pulled that gun out on me. We should do this more often. Dog had this man shaking in his boots.
Yes, sir.
So when they finally get to Egypt after facing
bro, that was an entire horse that he terrified, bro. An entire ass horse.
all the sub-bosses, Polnareff ends up walking up on this staircase and finally finds Dio. So Dio's like, wow, congratulations, y'all made it.
Too good.
I mean, you down
it's
two
just
people.
Too good.
Congratulations. Hey, but I'll tell you this though. You walk up that step, you're dead. Take a step, I dare you. So he tries to climb it, but he keeps on climbing the same stair over and over and over again. Dio's like, wow, what's wrong? You on 400 ping or some shit? You know what? While you struggle with your lag spikes, I'm gonna sit in this chair that's conveniently here right over this staircase.
Dude,
so then everybody
he had a chair at the top of his staircase to torment this man's mind. I'm sorry, that man's such a legend. He broke Polnareff.
Finally ends up coming in. So Dio's like, the sunlight, I must retreat. So about a minute later, they climb this staircase and they see this casket. So Joseph's like, hey, ugly ass boy, open the casket. So he opens
This is insane, dude. I'm still getting terror from this moment. You got terror that this absolute mad lad, the presentation of this man, Dio can present things better than Mr. Beast, okay? Holy crap, does this man scare the crap out of people.
A casket.
And guess who
sees himself
in the casket?
So they like, oh shit, hey, jump,
Dude.
So the fact
Bro.
that this man Dio put this man in the casket like that, man's killed him in the blink of an eye
style
and shoved
of
him in
this
the
man.
casket just so he could.
He freezes time, he jumps in there, he kills the guy, he puts him in the casket so that the trollage. He could have just killed Jotaro or whatever, or whoever was there, like whatever. But no, bro, the presentation on this man. Now this is a super villain. Oh, I love him so much.
Could give him a little scare. So they are running away, and Dio's like, yes, the hunt begins.
Just look how he stands.
So later on, bro, walking down the
They named stands because of Dio.
street, and he's like, I like this car. So Dog's like, hey, what you think you're doing,
Oh,
cuz?
this is so
This car
nice.
belongs to the senator. But he just breaks his arm and hops in the car. So then he looks at the senator,
love this.
rips out his 2 front teeth, and he says, looks like you got a date with the tooth fairy tonight. Now get your ass in the front seat and drive. So while they drive,
Bro,
they hit a traffic
this
jam.
is crazy.
So the senator's like, yo, I can't drive. Then Dio says, you know
Yes,
the
you
sidewalk's
can.
wide open,
The
right?
sidewalk.
He starts driving on the sidewalk, and Dio says, floor it. So he made this man run over all these people just to get out of a traffic jam. Jesus Christ.
My
So
dude. And the crazy thing is, Dio's super fast, right? He could just kind of like fly around. But no, he would rather shoot.
finally ends up
Why
catching
am I
up
so
to
happy?
him. So Kakyoin
I don't know, I
tries to use
just love
Emerald
this man.
Splash on him, but Dio just looks at it. He's like, wow, so pretty. Get that shit out my face. Then bro sucks. So while they keep on driving, he blows the senator through their car. So
He uses the senator as a projectile.
they end up dipping and going on top of the roof, so Dio follows him. So then Kakyoin says something
Dude, he feels bad he missed part 2, right? Because part 2 of JoJo's takes place in America, and he was like, God damn, I missed the American part of JoJo's. So, can we just have a car chase, please? To make up for it?
trap. So it's like, haha, I have you now. So show me your stand ability. So Dio's like, I then witness true hatred. The ratio!
The ratio! No! Not the ratio!
So
No
then
one's
Dio
ever been
goes
able to
over
summon
him
him.
and says, this is my stand ability. The ratio. I can stop time and ratio anybody in the amount of mere seconds.
Goddamn.
In just a blink of an eye. I can freeze your account and gain hundreds, no, thousands of likes before you even gain one. Now, I'm about to fist you. And no pause, because we're already paused. Resume. So Joseph was
Yeah,
like,
man.
oh nah, what's the best thing I know how to do? Hit the jets and get the stepping. So while he's chasing Joseph down, he ends up punching him off this roof. So Joseph sees Jotaro and he's like, oh my God, my nigga, do not come any closer. So then Dio sees him and he's like, both of them at the same time.
Bro.
Time to end this mid-ass bloodline. The ratio! So then Dio comes
just
down
goes
and just
through-
starts walking towards him.
He kills
smacking
them.
cats, smacking people like they mannequins. And he's like, I could only used to give 1 L at a time, but now I can give 2. It'll eventually be 10 to 20 to thousands. So I leave you with my parting gift. And with that, ratio.
Bruh.
So then he looks at Jotaro
It's
and
too
he's
good.
like,
He's too
you're
good.
next, little nigga. So Jotaro starts walking towards him, so he's like, huh. So
You're
you're
approaching me?
You trying to fall off like your granddaddy, nigga? But he's like, nah, I gotta get closer to you so I can beat the shit out your ass. So Dio's like, I like that. I like that energy, nigga. Come get this fade. So they start boxing and Dio hits him with this nasty hook. And he's like, that's what I used to hit your granddaddy with back in the day. Now,
Dog, just think about it, bro. His great-great-grandpa was beaten up by Dio, and here he is, beaten up by Dio.
catch this ratio.
So good.
So they keep on
This man's a
scrapping, so
terror.
Jotaro ends up punching him into this jewelry store. So while he's knocked out, he gets up and looks at the lady. He's like, hey, make yourself useful and fetch me my leg. So she started to get scared, so he said, bitch, hurry the f up and give me my goddamn leg. So he ends up killing her and taking her blood, and he's like, oh, we just getting started, you overgrown man-child. I hope you're ready for a knife party. So then, bro.
Dude, he didn't have the knives before. This is the craziest thing. You think silly little things like continuity can stand in the face of Dio.
So then bro ended up throwing all these knives at this man. Like, can somebody please tell me where this man was storing all of these knives
Actually,
at?
please don't
like,
tell
for
me.
like, ain't no
Don't-
way that
don't-
belt buckle handled all of those.
Yeah.
So he ended up stabbing him. So while he's on the ground, Dio's like, I guess I'll just kill him with this road sign.
Yeah.
But then Polnareff comes from the top rope. And then Dio just stops. I mean, he's like, oh, that tickled. Go ahead and move to the side for me. So then the cops pull up, but Dio's like, really?
Like, come on, really, guys?
So then he starts controlling the other cop. And he's like, I need you to aim right and precisely right there. So he makes him shoot him. And yo, this man is so determined to make sure that he is dead. He is lying on the ground trying to hear a heartbeat. Bro's
Dog,
like,
this man is
take a breath.
insane.
But you know what? Just to make sure, I'm gonna chop off his head with this road sign. But Jotaro ended up cracking him upside the head. And he hit him so hard, he can't even move his legs. So he's like, no, I gotta go. So he ends up stopping time and hanging onto the back of this taxi. But then Jotaro ends up chasing him down and
Of course, Jotaro was down there. Of course, he was waiting for him in the sewer because why not? It's JoJo's.
so then he ends up sending Dio flying. But then this man Dio starts screaming at him. He's like, ha, you fool! You fell for my trap! Don't you remember this same street? So he ended up punching him to the street that Joseph's body is at. And he ends up taking all of his blood. He sucked that man dry. Pause. And now he's awakened Dio. And bro is losing his mind. He's like, yes, this glorious power is even giving me green lipstick. Oh, I can't wait to give you a big, fat, juicy kiss. So they start scrapping again, and Dio's just starting to go off the deep end now. Bro's like, this body is so juicy. Now run me my money, nigga. So Jotaro ends up going flying. So Dio's like, oh, JoJo, what do you think you're going, you sack of shit?
I love how this man had to whip out the hentai voice acting for Dio.
With this final attack, I will finally end your mid-ass bloodline for good. The ratio! So then he comes down.
This fight is so good. This is the best fight in anime. I've been saying this
One
forever.
L has passed. 2 L's have passed. 3 L's have passed. So we gotta be thinking, okay, yo, what is this man
is he
charging
doing?
up? It's gotta be like a spirit bomb.
Yeah,
or
or he's just
Sengun,
gonna punch him
Getsuga,
really hard.
or
Like,
I
what's
don't
going
know, a
on?
dragon
What's he
fist.
doing
No.
here?
This man
Yup.
does the unthinkable.
Yes. Bro!
This man dropped a steamroller on him. He dropped a steamroller on him. Who in their right mind would think of this? Bro saying, I could
Where'd he
end this
get
life
one?
with anything right now. You know what I want to do? I'm going to fly over to this construction
Yeah!
site, grab this big-ass steamroller, fly it all the way back, and slam it on this thing.
Bro, he could have just dropped the car on him. There's cars everywhere. No. Car, please. A steamroller.
What? That is just doing the most. So then he starts beating me. And for the longest time, for all these years, I thought, yo, he's beating the hell out of this with his fist. No, take a closer look. He is beating this with his elbows. He got some elbow action going on.
Bro, he elbowed Jonathan. He elbowed Jonathan twice.
So then he's like, it's no use. You fella! Oh, shit. So then Dio's like, yes, I finally done it. After all these long years. Ratio power! I have finally ratioed the entire f***ing Joestar family. All you bitch ass niggas fell the f*** off. My ratio power has now exceeded to 9 L's. But then Dio ends up realizing he can't move because Jotaro just stopped time. It was like, impossible. This is bullshit. So then he ends up kicking him off the steamroller. So then they end up having one final clash. But then Jotaro hit him with a counter ratio.
Oh my god.
Then he says, you know, man, there's only one reason why you lost. You just simply pissed me off. Get off my family dick. So yeah,
Bro,
I mean, I already sat
this
there,
man.
so what more could I say? I mean, I could get into some of the stuff that happens in part 6, but that would be getting into spoilers for anime only, so I'm not gonna do all that. But yeah, bro, this man is a menace. This is a demon incarnate. Man tormented this family for damn near 100 years, made a lady eat her own child,
Yeah, it's pretty
and
messed up.
along with dropping a steamroller on a nigga.
Yep.
No, pack your bags. Bro, pass this test with ease.
Yep.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot to record the outro, so I'll just leave y'all with this.
Damn, son. Nothing but respect for this dude. Dio is forever one of my favorite, most badass characters of all time. I love him so much. Check out CJ the Champ. Give him some love. Check him out. Also, subscribe to me and like and donate and Patreon and use code Nux on G Fuel or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to plug things. I just kind of want to move on with my life. Let me know what you want me to watch next from CJ the Champ.
Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.